How you doing? How you doing? Good morning. Ferguson USA, HotTalkRadio.com, Petty Roast Show. Coming to you live this Friday morning, June 19th, 2020. Happy Juneteenth Day.
Happy Juneteenth.
Happy Juneteenth. Well, a lot of people are probably wondering what is Juneteenth. I mean, Juneteenth is Juneteenth. It's basically black people Independence Day. It's like black liberation. Which still, there's a lot of stuff to it because a lot of people didn't know about Juneteenth, and that's, why we're here, so I can explain some of it, Juneteenth. Ooh, I wish I had my computer. Oh my goodness. Well, before I go into Juneteenth, we're going to not so much the aspect of it, but history aspect of it. Well, it's a lot to it today. But today is Independence Day for black people, and it's really special because with all the stuff that's going on, a lot of people get to it's not so much a waking up; it's a spiritual awakening. Everybody is just, it's like a spiritual, it's like a spiritual.
Okay.
Give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I'm gonna talk back. This is my barber, Maurice Simmons. So if you ever need a haircut, I'm giving him a free promo so you can check this out. And he's at Big Daddy's on corner of Chambers and Chambers and Halls Ferry. I'm saying Chambers and Bellefonte. Right next door to the chicken, Max Chicken and Liberty Taxes. But yeah, go check out Maurice and check him out. This is a wild morning. I mean, you know what? I think it's because the summer. It's the summer solstice. The summer solstice is about to flip over and everything. Plus, we have a eclipse this coming, and it's tomorrow. For lunar eclipse tomorrow. No, like
21st. It's Father's Day. Yeah, Sunday.
Yeah. This weekend. So I think the paralysis is shifting and and everybody's feeling it. That's just my what up? That's just my way of saying it, you know what I'm saying? That's me. But anyway, happy Juneteenth. What I was saying is Juneteenth today, it's kind of like black independence, black liberation. We're happy we're free, basically. I mean, if we wasn't, oh my God.
This is the anniversary of the freedom of the slaves.
There you go. I know this. But I'm just basically saying if we wasn't free today, it's like in 2020, it's like, wow, this will be... I'm going to tell Christian Mingle that you love him too. And we're basically, and that's another thing. I'm happy I get to be with Christian Mingle. I get my baby, Christian. I get the whole Christian. I get to be with Christian and love the baby. And you won't have that, without freedom, without choices, without, wanting to do this or can't do this, whatever. There's a lot of systematic stuff that's going on that's preventing people to actually have freedom, where a lot of stuff, where, as you say, privilege, is ordained to sets of, certain sets of group of ethnicity, whereas in black people don't have such privilege, and that's why we're the way we are right now. That's not bad. It's not good, but it's something that we need to change, and that's what we're asking for. Sometimes you can ask so much for change. You can ask so much for a person to change. Like, it's like a relationship. It's like, you can ask your husband to, please stop doing this. Can you start doing that? And you ask, and turn around, and nothing ever happens. So, what would you do? I'm talking to the ladies. What would you do you know, as a lady, you know what I mean? You'll be like, hey, you know what? I'm finna leave this dude. I'm tired of this stuff, you know? It's like, either get your stuff together or I'm gonna leave. So it's like, you know, typical guys, don't do it, they leave. But now, it's like putting in the color aspect. We ask for change. You know, stop killing me. Stop throwing stuff at me. Quit hanging me. Quit shooting me. Quit choking me. Quit drowning me. Quit poisoning me. Quit ending my lives. Quit making my life horrible. Quit calling me. No, it's like we ask for this stuff. And it's like, but Independence Day, for them, it's like, yeah, we got the right to say this and do this. What up, boy? And we got the right to do this and stuff. Thank you for following. You know, we got the right to do this and everything. I get you in a minute. And that's what we're asking for. You know, we're asking for, you know, it's not so much our time. You know, it's more like it's long overdue. You know, Juneteenth is part of Black History Month, where, you know, as in, if you talk about Black history, you know, people think history started with slavery, whereas in slavery interrupted Black history. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of stuff going on with Black history, you know, then, you know, let's say around 16, 19. I'm thinking earlier than that, 14, 12. I'm thinking real early or whatever, but, you know, before, Black people had built many kingdoms, many stuff. I mean, you know, but we wouldn't know that without history. But if we're reading other history and we're learning off of this history, that history, this history, it's like, how would we know what we are? You know, it's like, I mean, I can, you know, it's a lot of demographics to it or whatever like that. It's not too much. I don't want to jump, but I'm trying to stay on topic. But if we don't know about our history as far as in, you know, why we became slaves, what happened, you know, in the process of becoming slave, who was all involved. I mean, we just know what they show us. You know, we just know what's on TV, what's on Roots and Alex Haley books. You know, and that's the only proof that we have, other than, you know, stories of ancestors. You know, I mean, not ancestors, but stories of great parents and relatives and people that you know. Like, I have a grandmother, she's 97 years old. And my grandfather is a little older than her. Well, he would have been a little older than her if he would have lived. So he probably been like just 100. But when he was living, he was telling me he was sharecropper. You know, at a certain, he's like, when I was you know, and he's telling me as a kid, you know, he's like, when I was 9 years old, he's like, I used to sharecrop. And I'm like, sharecrop? And I stayed in Missouri at the time. He stayed in Mississippi. So I'm listening. You know, I thought I was a smart kid. You know, I thought, that's another story. I thought I was a smart kid. Because I went to a majority all-white school. Matter of fact, I was the only white for a couple years. So he was like, you know, we used to sharecrop. You know, we used to grow this and grow that and, you know, whatever, you know what I'm saying? You know, we did it for the white man. You know, he'll give us something and all that. And I was like, sharecropping? I'm like, he'll give you this. Well, I didn't think about it, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, it sounded kind of cool, you know, as a child. And I'm like, you're sharing the food. Because I'm looking in the books, like, you know, people sharing land like this. Black people sharing land, you know, Indians sharing with whites. You know, I'm reading different books. But not knowing, I take that back, not blacks sharing land, blacks working lands. I've seen Indians and, you know, whites share land in books. But, you know, I'm thinking like, okay, you know, sharecroppers, okay, you sharing a crop, you know, I get this, you get this, you know, one for me, one for you, two for me, two for you. You know, I didn't know it was like one for me, one for you, two for me, two for you, 1, 2, 3 for me, and 3 for you. You know, I didn't know it was moving like that. But it was more stories to the point where, you know, let's just say like racism right about now is actually is evident. it's clearly, bluntly out. I mean, people have how can you say learned hated experience for something that should be changed. It's like tradition. You know, you get mad because the statues get tore down and everything, and you know, certain monuments getting took down and certain plaques. So it's kind of like, that's our history. You know, you can't destroy our history. You can't do this. You can't do that. It's just like saying, okay, we understand, but why did you? Not why did you, but if you don't want us to do this, it's like, why did you destroy history in the beginning? You know, it's like every time history was written, you know, I'm not gonna say all. I'm not gonna even say the ones you know, because I don't know them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure the white people that I know don't know these guys. But you know, we want to classify groups and this and that. You know, not being judgmental. It's more like just say some people on your side, your ancestors, you know, may have done some things that, you know, you feel like is traditionally can carry on to this day. It's like, okay, we're gonna do this, we're gonna destroy this, we're gonna take away that, and it's like, there's nothing else to take. Oh, okay, fine. You know, we're gonna give him our history. So, reason why we need June 19th today, because at the same time, at the 4th of July was going on, where the fireworks were shooting in 1776, Independence Day. You know, America won. America won their independence, freedom from Britain, right? Okay.
Yes.
America won their independence, freedom from Britain, 1776. And at the same time, while the celebrations going on, while dog.
You can turn that off, you know.
I mean, but I can. You know what? Give me 1 second, guys. I never thought about that. Hold on. All right. This shit, man. So look, so 1776. You know, you get your freedom. So right at that time, just picture in your head. You're back then. You're in the colonial days. You got the powdered wig, the socks with the shoes and stuff or whatever, and you know, you dress like George Washington, Ben Franklin. Imagine all them there, and it's like, hey, you know, we won, we did it, you know. And you have black servants all around you, just giving you wine, pouring for you, and at the same time, while the ones that's in the house doing all this stuff for, you know, the rich people, the ones outside are still working and making sure America won. Hey, I hate to do it like this, but it's like America won. You know what I'm saying? We actually need to get it cracking. You know what I'm saying? We need to build. We need to industrialize. We need to uplift this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, now America, you know, got something to go on. We're our own stuff. We're gonna let who we want to let in. We're gonna make it how I like this, but it's off of, you know, blood, sweat. Not just us, but it's like a lot of immigrants that came over here. But majority of black people got the short end of the stick. Not, I want to say all of it, but I would be fair and say majority. And I give you a less 90. But you know, but a little over 90% of the time, black people have been, you know, the most
repressed.
Nah, that's not the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, sorry.
I could say dishonored, disregarded, encouraged,
disrespected.
That's a good one. But there's something more instrumental I was looking for.
Okay.
It'll come up. I mean, I'm thinking like swords right now. You know, I'm actually trying to formulate this stuff, but it's effed up for us. You know what I'm saying? It's to the point where we're basically doing what we're doing today. Years ago, the only difference is modern technology. It's like law. We have to actually have laws that tell you not to hurt black people. I mean, it's actually a law in the Constitution of the United States that makes us 3/5 of a human. Then I'm like, now, if you're into fractions of the math, I'm not into it like that for real. Unless it's pizza or, grass. But, I mean, if you're into fractions, it's like, okay, you get a fifth. A fifth is a whole, right? And you take away you take away 2/5. You take away 1/5, and you take away another fifth. So you got 3/5. So it's like you're less than a man. So what did I make you then? I mean, what did I make you less than a man? So if you're less than a man, you're less than human, or less than, I don't know. I mean, I don't know where you calculate dogs, because dogs right now have more laws. A bald eagle. If you kill a bald eagle right now, that's a $250,000 fine, 10 years in jail automatically. You kill some black people. Let's say you go into a church and kill a lot of them. You might get Burger King fries and a shake if the machine is working. Let you be a security guard, with somebody coming at you with their guns drawn. You trying to tell them that you were security, and you get shot anyway. Come on, man. When you guys gonna realize that this stuff is two-way cliche? It's like it's abundantly oblivious. I mean, you see this stuff it's like you know you're racist. You know you're racist when you're mad that somebody actually was doing. Okay, you know you're racist when you see a little black girl selling cold bottles of water on a hot summer day, and you call the police on her. Does she have a permit? Okay. Do she have a permit? No, she don't have a permit. But she was just opening, like a water stand because she want to open a lemonade stand because she saw people open lemonade stands before. And it's like, I'm just hypothetically saying, I don't remember reading about history or whatever, about inventions that black people made or whatever for us, and the internet and heart transplants and stuff. Like, I didn't see lemonade stand, so I don't know who to take. I mean, I don't know who's going to jump for that credit type stuff. It's like, well, we don't claim lemonade stand. We didn't make that up. Okay. It only got to be the other person. And I don't remember going to Africa, seeing a lemonade stand. Puerto Rico, Jamaica. They might have one in Canada. They have a lot of stuff in Canada. Canada's kind of nice. But I'm for doggone sure they don't have one in Asia or India. But and blood clot, rise. No, not Russia. So why would you call something? Why would you call the police on this little girl just because she had lemonade? So what would you want the police to do? This is the thing. Racism goes two ways. You will either do it yourself or you will have the law do it for you. But, having the law do it for you can go to, I don't know what your intentions are. So, in my head, I'm thinking like, well, if I'm walking down the street and I see this little girl selling water and I'm trying to walk, I'm like, $1, I'm thirsty. I'm waiting for the bus. And this other lady's coming down the other end, and she's calling the police and questioning her and all this. I'm calling the police on you, and I'm not gonna give you no water. I mean, you can't be selling water here. And by the time I get there, the police pulls up, and she's like, okay, what's going on? That's her officer. That's the little black girl that's sitting right there selling ice cold bottles of water on this hot summer day. Ma'am, you can't be doing this. So, two things can happen. I mean, what do you want him to do? You want him to take out his nightstick, beat the stand down, ask her for her identification. She don't have no identification. Okay, I'm going to push you up against the tree or lay you on the ground and handcuff you, and we're going to take you in until we find out who you are. Mothers come running down the, I'm just giving you a scenario. It didn't happen. But mother come running down the steps. Father come running down the steps. I mean, and I'm going to say this, as a hint. Mother come running down the steps. Father coming down the steps, meaning they're still together. Message. And they be like, hey, what's going on? What's going on? This is my daughter. They like, hey, oh, you hold on a second like that, You got my child. Okay, let's take color off the table. Let's take color off the table. Now, if you was, let's just say you had 6 fingers and 3 eyes and you was green and you spoke bleaky TB diabolek. Shout out to Keith Murray. And you went out and your little alien daughter is sitting outside selling, bottles of glurb. Let's call it glurb. You know what I'm saying? She's selling bottles of glurb, and you see the space patrol just pull up on her because the next door neighbor, there's a quintillion or whatever species is, don't like this particular species. And it's like, it's a whole planet quintillions that don't like, and they make movies off of stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? And this space patrollers pull up whatever, they about to zap this one. They got all types of guns and lasers and bombs. They can destroy planets. So the little alien girl parents come running down the steps or whatever, like, hey, what's going on? What's going on? Don't be trying to do this to my daughter, you know what I'm saying? And the cops try to wrestle them up because of who they are. So it don't matter who color you are or what species you are, what, whatever. It's wrong. Wrong is wrong to the point where you're doing wrong. You're saying wrong. You actually wake up in the morning. Actually, it's like what I'm gonna do to, I guess use my racism, use my white power. I mean, this is all you can say. Well, I'm gonna use my white power. I mean, and everybody that's Caucasian in the world has white power. The thing is, what would you do with power? What would you do with power? Hey, one of my favorite comic book characters of all time, dude, Uncle, told him, hey, with great power comes great responsibility. You know what I'm saying? And if we know Spider-Man, his Uncle Ben was white. You know what I'm saying? And Spider-Man hung with everybody. But the thing is, it's not so much Spider-Man, so much the responsibility of your power. You have it. You can use your influential ways to make changes. What would it hurt? I mean, put it like this. How can racism affect you to the point where I gotta say this. If you're a billionaire, and I just so happen to be in the same store with you, and I don't have nothing, and I buy a scratch-off ticket, and you're in front of me. No, you're in front of me. You buy a scratch-off. I'm in front of me. I'm like, I'm going to buy all the scratch-offs or whatever. And I just buy one, and I win $10 million, and you're like, how do he get to get it? You know what I'm saying? Well, that's okay. It's by the luck. Let's say it's by luck. Okay, now by choice, hey, I only got one life to live. So you go to the Bugatti dealer, and I go to the Bugatti dealer, and it's like, hey, you spend $1 million on one. You see me coming in there, and it's like, yes, sir, you ain't supposed to be. I'm like, why not? It's like, well, you don't have that. Why I don't have the money? So I'm already judged anyway because of the fact that I'm not supposed to have it. That's what I'm trying to say. Why you not giving it to me? You know what I'm saying? Why? What's up, store? You know what I'm saying? Why I can't have it? Why I can't, get what you get? Whereas we're not even talking about Bugattis in this case. We're talking about freedom. We're talking about choice. We're talking about opportunities. And that stuff is free. And it's like, if you won't even give me the free stuff, the free things that's like, life, liberty, the pursuit of justice, the pursuit of happiness, justice, these the rules that you made up, because you said all men are treated equal, but black men are 3/5 of a human. So that's a conundrum in itself right there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like created equal, 3/5 of a human. I mean, it's like after that was wrote, and that was said years later. It's not in the Constitution, but it was said years later. So it was said years later, and you want us to, it's kind of like adhere to it. It's like, oh yeah, man, we the same now. Don't work like that. You don't beat people down for years and expect them to turn around and help you. It's like unite and stand. It's crazy. And this is why I can go deeper into a lot of stuff, but I'm gonna say this though. I don't think no race war is gonna happen. It's too much. It's a lot of hate in the world, but it's just as much peace and love. You know, I don't even think it's gonna happen. That's one of my non-worries, whatever. You know, when I hear, I mean, I stay in Ferguson. We're broadcasting right now in Ferguson, we're broadcasting in Ferguson, Missouri. Again, Ferguson, USA, HotTalkRadio.com, Petty Road Show, Latherial, Phillips. We're broadcasting in Ferguson, Missouri. As we're in Ferguson, Missouri, where the heartbeat of the riots itself then started like 5 years ago. You know, we're in. It'll be 5 years in a couple of weeks.
You're fine.
So it's more as in certain groups of people. You know, we're been taught. So it's like a lot of people talk about St. Louis. You know, they saying, you know, we're all slow. We're slow, but we're slow. Okay, meaning like if you put a road runner in a box, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's a road runner, but you got it contained. But if you not only got it contained, but you restrict this running and you give it what it needs to, you know, get by. Basically, it's like it's not, you're not denying the growth, but at the same time, you know, you're not doing nothing. It's like planting a seed in the dirt with no water and no food, no nourishment, no sunlight, no nothing, and expect it to grow. Just like, okay, I'm giving you an opportunity. You got the same dirt as us. But the difference is you got the opportunity to get water, sunlight, nourishment, food, and everything. You know, you get to sleep. You even get to listen to classical music, you know, and you probably even get trimmed and pruned or whatever, so you'll grow better than me. Whereas then, you know, I'm asking for the same opportunity, and it's like I did give it to you. You know, I gave it to you, you know? Like, you know, and it's like, okay, it's like the Black Lives Matter and the All Lives Matter thing, the hashtag war. I knew that was gonna come in the beat. I mean, right when it happened, right when it kicked off. You know what I'm saying? When it started 5 years ago, when Black Lives Matter started, and there's a lot of conspiracy. White man that started it, you know, black guys that started. I mean, Black Lives have mattered since Black Lives were living. That's forever. Black lives been mattering forever. So the hashtag is rhetoric. It's more as in, yeah, you can use it, but when you use that just to stand and make a unity or whatever, and the All Lives Matter come, it's like a slap in the face. It's like a counterpunch. It's like Black Lives Matter, All Lives Matter. You know what I mean? Like, our lives matter too. His life matter, they life matter, they life matter, they matter. Like, yeah, our life matters. It's like, I understand that. You're right. But right now, there's a lot of stuff happening too. Say it with me. He said, but everybody get killed every day, B. Then, you know, when you hear a white guy quote Cam Brown from Paid in Full, like, everybody get killed every day, B. And it's like, it's crazy, but he's right. Everybody do get killed every day. and we're not even going to say statistics, but we're just going to go by what we see and what we hear and what's reported, because it's not a lot of black people in news and reporting, you know, and it's for a reason. You know, it's probably for a good reason, because, I mean, if you show, I mean, with all this stuff going on, if a black person have an opportunity to say what you want to say, and it's like, you know, yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's going to tell you. He's going to let you know. But the All Life Matters, it's like, again, it's like a slap in the face to, and we're not saying all lives don't matter. And we know this. I mean, that's the beginning. That's the beginning period. It's like all these lives matter, but at the same time, there's only one group of lives that's stuff that's happening to them that's not making them be able to live, enjoy livelihoods and stuff. So when now, you know, now it's more, it's a war. It's not a war as in we're gonna get guns. No, not for me. I mean, everybody's preparing themselves and everything. I'm not saying I'm not prepared. Not at all. What I'm saying is, it's more stuff I'm doing today instead of instead of worrying about tomorrow, because I might not be here tomorrow, because I can do this stuff today, but I do have a plan for tomorrow night, like Pinky in the Brain. I do have a plan for tomorrow night. I know what's gonna, I know what I want to do, but at the same time, I only can do it if I work hard and do it. So, and it's like, by me working hard, can I get the same opportunity? Can I do this, do that? I got a story. What? Quick story. Okay, this is cool. Quick story. Let me tell you why Black Lives Matter. We stay in the state of Missouri, and this is a true story. This just happened 3 years ago. 3 years ago. And it was the summer. Around this time, in the summertime, I work in nursing. I passed medicine. I'm a certified med tech. And I thought about keeping some disclaimers, but I think I'm going to air them out today. Why not? I was working at States of Spanish Lake. That's at 610 Priggy, St. Louis, Missouri, 63138. Right by the river. Across the street from the church. Anyway, what up, Reed? And I was at work one day. And before let you know, when I got hired, right? I got hired by the place has changed. When I first I got my license and everything from that place years ago. So I just so happened to come back, 15 years later, like some, you know, grown up type, you know, stuff that changed and everything. And it has changed, because back then it was all black. All black. I mean black. Except for the administrator. So, message. So anyway, I was at work. I'm getting hired and everything. So they said, Dustin, that's his name. Justin, that's his name. It was like, there's this guy, you know, I want you to train with. His name is Justin. I'm like, okay. So when I saw Justin, you know, and it's like, I don't know, maybe, but I was intrigued. It was like, I'm like, wow, man, I've never seen he was a white guy, and all my years in nursing, I've never seen a white guy do my position. I always seen white guys, nurses or ambulance drivers, or they was higher up in positions. Whereas you know, I'm right there. I'm in the middle, but I'm not towards the bottom, but I'm not towards the big top. But to see this guy in my position, I'm like, cool, shit. You know, I'm like, what's up? What's the word? You know, in my head, I'm like, oh man, we finna, make this place what it is. You know what I'm saying? Be good and stuff. Do good work. That's what I'm thinking in my head. So, Justin decided to, he was like, okay, I don't know if he's feeling threatened by me. It's the same as him, or is he feeling threatened by me being black? But anyway, every time I talk to him, it's kind of like, hey, Justin, what's up, man? Oh, hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a nervous, like a, oh, hey, how you doing? I'm like, okay, what's up, you know? But he'll talk to the black girls and stuff. And I'm like, no, whatever. I ain't thinking racist because my boss just hired me, my DON. She's white. You know what I'm saying? What's her name? Helene. So Helene thought, you know, she's white. And, I want to say Kavita. Yeah, Kavita. She's Arabic. So I'm like, this place is diverse. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. I like diversity. You know what I'm saying? You know, you want to see, I mean, if you're a worldly person, you want to hang with everybody. You know, I'm diverse. You know, I want to do this and do that. So I'm at work. And this particular day, I walk away from my med court, and I come back, and there's a piece of paper on my desk with some brown stuff on it. I looked at it, and he was like, well, I left some poo for you. Ha, ha, ha. And I'm like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it looked like mess at first, you know? I was like, oh, he got me like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay. I said, I got you. I owe you one. Now, I didn't mention to him that prior to me working there, I got the Petty Roast show. I do comedy. Petty Roast show. I do comedy and I roast. So I'm like one of the wrong people you won't smoke with when you're doing pranks. I mean, I might look like I don't do nothing, and that's the mistake I want to have in front of the judge when I say, Your Honor. Do it look like I'm the type of person would say or do anything that they're accusing me of? I have my speech down pat. So I went outside. You know, I didn't catch it on the same day. You know, I don't move like that. You know, comic. You know, petty people, comic people. You know, stuff like that. Pranksters. How you say pranksters move when they don't strike when the iron's hot. They do it at the right moment. This particular moment, a couple of days later, he was upstairs working. I was so happy to be through. I told the nurse keep him busy for a few minutes and stuff and bought her a soda. I went outside and stuck all posters on his car. So when he came back, and he had we came outside to go to lunch, he had all posters on his car. So when we got to I guess he saw it, and it was like, I couldn't write ha 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 on all of them and stuff like that. You know, I had like 4 books, like a whole stack of pack that cost me $2. So $2, you know what I'm saying? But he saw some of the it was like the Joker, with yellow, ha ha ha, like that, it was some crazy stuff. So he came back in, he was mad, he was hot, he was red, just trying to peppermint, just fiery. So he didn't say nothing, he left it alone. So this particular weekend, he decided to test his metal. He did it 3 times that day. And this what happened. He walked past me. He said, hey, boy, I'm going upstairs to get something. I said, what? I said, hey, seriously, come here. I said, don't call me that, brother. First of all, I'm older than you. Second of all, I ain't nobody's boy. All right? You know what I'm saying? He's like, okay, cool. Walked away. A couple hours later, he said, hey, boy, everything good? I said, I asked you, don't call me that word. I'm going to tell you one more time, don't say that word. Okay? All right. I think it's cool. So, third, he had some medicine he signed out for me. Well, he signed out for me because the pharmacy that came and delivered some drugs. So we had my stash. So he came up to me, he was like, here's your medicine. I'm like, all right, that's cool. I appreciate it. So I bent down and opened up the box to stick it in there so I can count it later. But not count it, sign it in. And he got like a little halfway down the hall. He said, I mean, I'm learning. I didn't call you boy, did I? I locked my card up. I took my glasses off. I was like, hey, I'm finna lose my job anyway, so why not? And I got on his grill. I said, say it again. Say it again. Say it again. Say it again. I need my glasses so I can see you guys look at me while I say this. So he froze up, he no pun, he just turned white color, and because he saw in my eyes, so it's just like, I'm not racist. And I'm trying to deal with not being racist with racism. But I asked you 3 times. So now it's like, it's not so much the race, it's the disrespect of the racism. Well, let me tell you, well, there's no such thing as, it won't be no such thing as black privilege. We only have black power, and that's amongst each other, amongst ourselves, amongst the, the ones that actually are in tune with this stuff. It's, having black power is not, saying we're going against racism. I take that. Having black power is not saying that we're going against people that actually like us. So when we say we, black power, we're not, and we are in a sense too, but we're not. How you say? Okay, put it like this: if I see a black power T-shirt, if I'm walking down a road and I see a black power T-shirt on one end with a black guy, and I see a white power T-shirt on one end with another guy, you know what I'm saying? I'm forced to go down this road. You know what I'm saying? Who's to say this guy won't rob me still? But just by default, you know what I'm saying? I gotta go down this road because I know what white power stands for. And there's a lot of people, if you gave the option, they'll pick and choose which road they go down. And their reason will be almost the same and the opposite of mine. But back to this guy. I'm in his face, and as I'm ready, and it's kind of good I didn't hit him. But what saved him was a whole bunch of black women that came, not so much to hold me back, but so much like, just like, no. So after all that, they said, Latherial, Mr. Phillips, you're not in trouble or anything, but won't you clock out for the rest of the day and go home? What? You're not in trouble or anything. Just clock out the rest of the day, go home, or we're going to investigate. Okay. You want to investigate the fact this guy just sat up there and just called me boy 3 times with racial undertones. Nah, I bet. And they called me in the office a couple of days later. And they had the administrator there, which is Indian, had the DO in there, which is white. Who else was there? It was another lady there. She was a white lady. I'm gonna say she's cool. I'm gonna say she's down. From my spirit or whatever like that, she's down. I know, she was telling me like underneathly, underground to the side, you should have beat his ass type stuff, but whatever. She was in there. So there was basically like, well, we're gonna do something about it and everything, and we're gonna have an in-service, and we're gonna, do all this liability, legality, technical issues stuff to kind of like make ourselves insured to the fact that if we ever come up in a lawsuit or anything that we was aware of type, which is understandable. And you don't learn business like that without having clauses like that. So, do you want to make a report? You want to file? Yeah, I want to file. I'm like, I want to do it with the union. Well, do you want to do it with the wow, and that's messed up. Do you want to do it with the company? All right, no. What the company's gonna do? Sweep it under the table? I'm telling you now. You file it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and if I do file it with the company, which I end up filing with the company anyway, which I end up filing with my union, which I end up filing with my with the EEOC. But stop right there. There's more to it. Because that same day, at this place, stays a Spanish lake, 2 floors, upstairs was this white charge nurse. Now, this ill-shaped, built-body chick, she calls herself, no, I'm going to say it like this. She, she call herself let's say she thinks she's hood. You know what I'm saying? She's not. I mean, she has black children. And she has black children. And she said 2 things in less than 30 minutes that made me just like, I had to take a break. I had to leave because if I would have said something to this white woman, which is my charge nurse, I would have been in wrong. Let me tell you why. Because I'm black. First of all, I'm a male. She's in charge. She can say whatever she want to say. And to top it all off or whatever, she felt threatened. My gosh, get him out of here. You know, so first thing she said was, it was like, yeah, you know, my kids, whatever like that, you know, I got mixed kids and, you know, they daddy be tripping, you know, they be, you know, I'm telling them, talk while she's talking. They daddy be tripping, they daddy be on that stuff and be doing this like that, you know. I say, boy, like, I'm like, shit, these little black kids, I see how black women be going, I see how black women be going crazy, whatever like that, these black kids. I'm like, wow. Walked away from that. I mean, 15, 20 minutes later, she's screaming and hollering at the same guy that she's talking about. She hangs up on him. Now, this is where white privilege comes in when, especially, you have mixed children. And she thought she was cool enough to say it passing walking by me. If this N-word doesn't bring me my car back, I'm going to beat his black ass. Okay. And the saddest thing about it is, there were the only two white people in our building. And I work on 2 floors. I work in a building with 2 floors. There's all black women up there. And these same black women did not say or do anything. They just sat there and listened. Didn't say nothing. But shook their head. I'm like, y'all ain't gonna say nothing? That's crazy. And that's messed up. And that's where a lot of white privilege will institute black fear, especially in the States, to the point where you're supposed to take it. Now, to conclude my story, I filed all these charges against these 2 people, and it got all the way up to the EEOC. Now, this is crazy. Let me tell you, first, the company ain't want to do too much about it. It was like, we're going to go off the judgment of the EEOC, basically. The union, my union, SEIU, hey, that's why I need to get about it. You know, I'm not even going to talk around about them. Y'all know y'all wild. Y'all didn't do nothing about it. So I go to the EEOC. EEOC, they contact me. They send me a letter, you know, like, write your statement out. Wrote my statement out. Wrote it, line. Had thick pages. So, the other term, it took 3 months for them to get back in touch with me. And I'll tell you why. Because you got a certain amount of time to send your case. You got a certain amount of time to get your case heard and all this stuff. So by the time they got it, they deal with that through, because it shouldn't be that long. And it's like, and especially for what I wrote. I'm like, wow, it should be like, okay, let's get on this stuff. Now, the person that I was going to talk to that was interviewing me and all this stuff is going to determine if I have been racially discriminated. But if I have been racially discriminated against, she would have gave that information to the person in charge at that time, and they would have filed charges. Now, mind you, they said the N-word around me. I heard boy. I didn't even call boy all this, all this little extra stuff that was going on. With all the investigations and the conclusions, this lady determined that I didn't have enough racism that was going on against me. And I was like, why did you say that? And she's like, well, we don't see it there, you know what I'm saying? You know, because people, you know, we're trying to learn, teach people, you know, to educate, you know, all this going on. And I asked this lady, you know, as I'm talking to her, you know, it never dawned on me to ask this lady. I was like, until I asked her, I said, excuse me, what is your race? She said, I'm a white lady. I said, let me get this straight. They put a white lady in charge of the or put, you know, as far as in charge of the EEOC to determine what's racist and what's not racist. This lady hung up on me. I called back. I'm still going off on her. I'm like, I just want to get straight. It's, you know, ask my question. So they put a white woman in charge, in, you know, the EEOC to determine what's racist, what's not racist. So it's kind of like, you know, if I called and told you I had a black guy hanging in my locker, you know, a doll or something like that, a black doll hanging in my locker, it's like, well, you know, that could be hazing. But that's what you said, but you're in charge. So it's like, wow. In Missouri, only in Missouri, where the EEOC is ran by, I was like, you know what? I'm done. But at the same time, also, let me wrap this up. Look, I'm not racist. I have a few white friends. A few. And I say a few white friends is because the ones I thought were my friends, let's just say, you know, they're still in the dark, you know, until they come to the light. You know, you're still back days, or I'm not gonna say back in the days, because you have email addresses, you have flat screen television, you have iPhones, you have Apple phones. You know, you know. So it's not so much the technology, it's so much the tradition. And I have a few white friends. When I say few, like Scott, Mike, you know, it's a couple. I mean, I have a lot of friends, but the thing is, how cool was I to you that you can use your white privilege to, you know, go, you know, to stand up for, use your white privilege to stand up for white power and black people and any other people. Only other than profit and control. I can't see any other way. One guy I went to school with, I ain't gonna mention him in this case he's listening, went to kindergarten with this dude. Kindergarten, and I hope he's listening. But I'm not gonna say your name if you are. But I'm gonna say the story. I went to school with this dude. And I thought he was my friend in my head when you kind of like in the dark yourself. But, you know, when you're, you know, because racism is taught. It's not inherited. You know, you can't be born a racist. You know, racism is taught. You know, it's taught like ABCs and 1, 2, 3s and, you know, reading, writing, arithmetic. You know, it's taught to you, you know. So, like tying your shoe. So if you can actually teach that stuff, okay. So, going to school, you know, throughout the years, he you know, I'm thinking he's my friend. So it's like, he was like one of the weaker guys and stuff, but he wasn't black. So they might pick on him and do this and do that, but he was hoping and wishing they'd get on the black kid, you know what I'm saying? So he'd get away with it. So he was my friend by default, you know, as in, like, everybody hate Chris, like Greg and Chris or whatever. So after that, you know, he really didn't say nothing to me in school, you know what I'm saying, for like 6 years, you know, from 6th grade to 12th grade. Didn't see him for a while, whatever like that, you know what I'm saying? Didn't see him, I haven't seen him since the 90s. So Facebook come involved, you know, all this stuff, whatever, come in and, you know, do his stuff, you know, to make social media, make everybody connect. You know, everybody's connecting, everybody's knowing this person, everybody knowing that person. So at my school, everybody knows everybody. Rearview Gardens, you know, shout out Class 94. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody cool with this person, everybody's cool with that person, you know. You know, it's a big old family, you know. Not me. because I went to school with a lot of these people, and I know them. You know, I know what their intentions are. I know how they are. I know what they was done to me. So it's kind of funny when for 6 years, 7 years, you know, you see these white kids, you know, jump on you and all that stuff, and whatever like that, you know, and they did all this racist, you know, I mean everything. I've been spit on. I've been, you know, jumped. You know, I've been, you know, hit with bat. In grade school. You know, I had all this happen to me. You know, this is nothing I'm making up. By some of the same people that's friends, I ain't gonna say they done it, but was friends with some of the same people that done it. They was there, and they was laughing. You know, when you're getting jumped and beat up and spit all that stuff, and you see people sitting around you laughing and saying the N-word, you remember everybody's face. It's like a movie. You know what I'm saying? You remember everybody's face like, ha, 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 you know, N-word, you slam. You remember all that stuff. And that's make a lot of good monster movies and stuff because they came back and had some nice scenes, you know. But you can't think like that. You can't do that. But you understand what happened, and that goes for any color. If anybody done any color like that, it's kind of like, it's not so much the meaning behind it, so much of what happened. You know what I'm saying? So you go in because this person hit me like that, you know what I'm saying? But why they do it? Well, in this case, some people just want to do it just to do it. In this case, it was racism. So years later, you know, everybody's my friend now. Everybody's, I love you. You're my brother. You know, you know this and that. And you know why they say that to me? Because I never aired them out. I never mentioned their names. I never said nothing like that. You know, called them out or you know, made them look bad in front of their people. And it wouldn't matter no ways because if I'd done that, it'd have been somebody black defend him. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I went to school with him, man. Man, he never done me like that. You know, we're cool. You know, he never said nothing like that to me. And I'm like, wow, okay, but you know, is he scared of you, or has he changed? Because I think he hasn't changed. So speed up years later, this same guy I'm talking about, he all of a sudden has black children. It's like everybody, you know, dipping and dabbling and stuff. In Tony Baker's voice, they're dipping and dabbling, you know. They just want some of the pumpkin pie and all this, you know, whatever. How the case may be. Now, you're in a position, whereas and you got black children to raise, you know, and then you can say they're children. You can say they're children, but let's just say in the society we live in, you know, they're gonna call them black, and they're gonna call them more than that. So let's just say they're black children, and you're friends to this day at age, say as you're over 40 years old, and you're still friends with these same people that showed you how racist they were, but not so much that. Years that went by, technology, advancement, new rules, new laws, stuff like that, so it made it better for them. They just don't have to do it so much, but their heart is still the same. Whereas they're going to chime in and say that you're going to have these trolls, you know, saying whatever. But, you know, when you post something, and when you post something about this or that, and you know you're going to have your friends, let's say right-wing friends, come in and start saying wild stuff, and you got black friends, and you so-called got black friends, you know, it's crazy. So when I asked him, you know, I inboxed him, you know, I asked him, I was like, hey man, why do you have these races on your page and you have black children? And his answer kind of, it shocked me. He said, I want to see how racist they are, how ignorant they are, so I can understand and learn. And I'm like, what? I'm like, basically, I'm taking it as in, you're waiting for the nicest joke. You waiting for something that's going to make you laugh. Because racism to a racist is funny. It's funny. It's a joke, because if it wasn't, you know, they wouldn't be laughing and saying the stuff they're saying and getting away with it. You know, it's a joke. So I took it as like, okay, no, man, no. And okay, they turned around while later, the same guy asks us to go out of town, and he sees these cans of beer with black faces on it. Blackface is racist, already. You know what I'm saying? Anybody put it on is racist. And you already know what you're putting on for. You put on a black face and some red lipstick, and you got some white around the eyes. Come on. I mean, you're not trying to dress like the Great Muta. You're not no former NWA wrestler on TBS. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't managed by Gary Hart. You know? You know, it's like you was just sitting up there doing your stuff. And you wanted to do you had a particular reason to do it. So he sat up there and sent me a picture of a black can. You know, I mean, a black face on a beer can. He said, I'm drinking this, I was thinking about you. I'm like, damn, really? And my black friend got on there like, hey, man, what's wrong with this dude? You know what I'm saying? Whereas in, oh, man, no. He responded to him, oh, that's my brother, man. That's my brother, you know. He's cool. I went to school with him. You know, he's my brother. I love Latherial. You know, that's my friend. You know, when I met him, you know, this guy got a whole story. And it's kind of like, that right there was a wake up. I was already woke, but it was a wake up call for, as in, systematic racism. So my friend went back out on whatever like this. So I inboxed my friend like right on, because I couldn't say what I wanted to say to him at that moment, whatever. You know, I was actually scared to say a lot of stuff because I'm thinking I'm gonna lose my podcast and stuff. But it's like, if I'm gonna lose my podcast because I'm tired of a lot of people getting choked and all this stuff, I'm like, well, I'm pretty sure it ain't my last broadcast. But if it was other people, you know, and it's like, why you can't say that here? Cut the mic. He gave me this floor. He let me speak because he know it's wrong. But he sat up there and, you know, explain himself. They ain't inbox me, hey man, I ain't mean to do this, I ain't mean to do that. I'm like, well, why would you do that stuff then? You know what I'm saying? It's like, what were you thinking? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I didn't even jump in to save you because it's like, you needed to get that, you know? So, last one before I go, this is what I'm saying. And this is why I have to watch who I talk to. Same school. I ain't gonna mention this dude's name neither. I mean, because these guys, you know, I can mention their names or whatever, but again, it would be protected by black people that I also went to school with, and they'll be like, oh man, you know, I was cool with this dude. He's not like that. Well, that's my friend. You know, if there's one person that stands up for this person after I say what I say, and it's kind of like, and mention their names or whatever, it's kind of like, what wouldn't matter? So, this particular incident was like 2 in the morning. I think it was 2 in the morning, and it was right before, it was December. I want to say December or January. Because after that baby and right before, my mind was kind of foggy. So, let's just say, but I'll just tell you, it was like right in between them two demographics. Anyway, 2 in the morning, I remember that part. 2 in the morning, I'm sitting up, I'm playing video games and stuff, I'm drinking beer, you know, and my inbox go out, bing. I'm like, okay, it's my, you know, I was going to say my homeboy because at that time, he was. Mr. Guy that did tattoos, did my tattoos. That's the biggest hint I'm going to give you. So, thank God to get my tattoos. He calls me on the phone. He was like, hey, Negro, what are you doing? Get your ass up and come drink with me. And I'm like, hey, yo, hey, man, slow that stuff down. What's wrong with you, man? He's like, you know, I'm like, you tripping. I'm like, don't say that. Don't come to me like that. It's off the flip. So he replied, whatever. Are you coming to drink or not? I said, man, look, don't. I said, hey, man, you on some disrespect, you know, whatever like that. You know, he said, oh, man, I'm sorry. I've been drinking. Then he said, I thought we was friends. And this is the crusher. He said, I don't talk to black guys like that. I only talk to you like that. That right there was like my kind of like, all right, let me put my feet on the floor. I'm already awake. I'm basically sitting on the bed. I'm looking at all this stuff that's going around me. It's like, all right, now let me put my feet my feet on the floor. Actually, not only put my foot down, my foot's down. No, foot. I know foot's ain't a word, but I'm just talking like that. Put my foot's down. This is illustrating the point. Planet, now I gotta stand on something. That's individually directed towards me from somebody that told me that he thought he could talk to me like that because he did not talk to his other black friends like that. Now, I gotta think, who are your black friends? Then I also thought about when it came back to me, it's like how I'm looking at you guys. I have to look in the mirror. It's like, damn, who am I? I'm black. I'm in America. That's all I need to say. So, I'm sorry the show is kind of, not off beat, but something that needs to be said. I was trying to throw some jokes in the middle, but, this is not it's supposed to be an Independence Day. This actually is supposed to be a celebration. You're not supposed to be mad, but it's something that's serious now because we're actually making this a national holiday. Whereas everything should be, that's what's called equal rights. That's it, equal rights. It's like, okay, you want to do it like this, then let's do it like this. I'm not knocking nobody that does it. I'm not knocking the Democrats when they did it. But it's more like, it's crazy for, let's say, Caucasians to wear kente cloth as it is for black people to wear stars and stripes. Think about it. You'll be looked at weird. So if you're wearing kente, like my man wear a dashiki, you know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure he get weird looks, but from black people. But let me tell you how unjudgmental some black people are. They'll question it. They'll ask him about it. And now this is his moment to shine. You know what I'm saying? You're not just gonna wear this for nothing. Now this, whatever your case is, it better be good. And I'm kind of like sitting there with popcorn and just waiting. It's like, because I can't speak for him like this. Oh yeah, this is my station manager. I'm waiting to hear this too. You know what I'm saying? Why are you wearing this? Just like, I won't be questioned for wearing American, red, white, and like 4th of July. If I get a red shirt, white pants, blue, if I had stars, stripes all over me, whatever, I won't get questioned because it's like, you better have that on. You're supposed to have that on. It's like, we fought for you guys' freedom today. And it's like, no, you didn't. You know what I'm saying? You fought for your guys' freedom today. My people was working, what day was it the Independence came on? Was it Thursday? Yeah, we was working because we only get Sundays off. So, we know it was a work day when the Independence was won, because it's like, everybody was battling, like, boom, oh, dog, they didn't blew the guard enough. Well, replant, you know what I'm saying? Do something. But, yeah, this is what I got to use to make myself laugh instead of snapping out, going crazy, and losing myself or let somebody losing me because of what's going on. And everybody out there today, I thank you for listening in. Thank you for tuning in. Ferguson USA, HotTalkRadio.com, Petty Roast Show. Shout out to Kurt Schilling's Tuesday, 10 a.m. Kurt Schilling Extravaganza. Shout out to Irish Foes, Black Men Expo, 1 p.m. Saturdays. And anybody looking for podcasts, anybody, want a podcast, want to get their information out there, want to show, inbox one of us, or inbox Scott, inbox me, if you listen to my show. But before I go, I've been posting on a long time ago, but, I had to get this off my chest. Juneteenth, again, it's freedom for us. It's not so much, freedom should be every day. That's the thing about white privilege. It's freedom celebrated every day. You get to wake up. Okay, and this is in my eyes, what white privilege and black privilege is. In my eyes, if I'm being judgmental, which I don't want to be judgmental, because You know, I'm judging, but I'm just going by from what I'm seeing. I'm saying white privilege is waking up in the morning where the sun is shining, like today. Sun is shining. Let's say it wasn't June, it was June 20th, June 18th. It wasn't June 19th. Sun shining, you know. And this is not all white guys, you know, because some white guys I seen, you know, in the struggle, because they're there with me, you know what I'm saying? I see them just going through the stuff. So, and we're cool, you know, we're like brothers of the bond and stuff. But I'm just talking about a person that's not involving a brother of the bond as far as in unity of all. You know, let's just say he's looking for himself or his power. Gets up in the morning, wife downstairs cooking breakfast, whatever. He eats a piece of toast, and she cook pancakes, toast, eggs, waffles, French toast, sausage, bacon, and he comes downstairs. He takes a bite of toast, sip the juice, drink a coffee. Okay, honey, I'm gone. Like that, you know. Black people thinking like, you gonna leave all that food there? First of all, who told you to cook all that food? But that's the thing, he got it like that because that's the privilege. You know, he goes to work, you know, and he's at the office. Hey, Jim, how you doing? Jack, you know, he goes and work. You know what I'm saying? Comes home, or you know, while he at work, he go to lunch, and he might be playing golf. He might be at the gym. Whatever he does, he come home and he has dinner. He goes to sleep. You know, and he's fine, you know, it's like a well-structured day. Then the weekend comes, you know, he might go golfing again, might go fishing, might go play tennis, might, you know, go boating, you know, just sit back, just do chilling, you know, right? And Sunday, you know, he might just sit back in the house and relax with the family, and, you know, and that's, and just enjoy life, you know, just sit on the porch, might barbecue a few hot dogs and some hamburgers. I'm just saying in my head. Now, black privilege, in my eyes, well, not in my eyes, from what I know, is lucky to wake up in the morning, lucky to wake up in your bed, lucky to wake up, you know, with a roof, or better yet, if it ain't yours, lucky to wake up somewhere safe, lucky to wake up not in jail, lucky to be alive from that night. So, you get up, and you like, there ain't nothing in the refrigerator to eat. I gotta find me something to eat. I gotta, you know, I'm gonna scratch up the little change I got. I'm gonna go to White Castle or McDonald's or something like that and do what I gotta do. And it's like, well, let me see who's hiring and everything, you know, because it ain't like, you know, I got any education. Or, I mean, the only thing I did was graduate, you know. It's like I didn't have no money to go to school. You know, who gonna give me some money to go to school? You know, it's like, okay, and, you know, I can use a grants or whatever like that, but shoot, I don't got nowhere to stay for real like that because I can't get no money because I don't got no job. Then it's like the job I did have, you know, it was just enough for either, you know, rent or food. It's not an option. You get like, okay, I'm giving you money, but it's like, what you gonna do with it? You gonna buy rent? You gonna buy food? Like, okay, I'm gonna buy the rent. Rent $600. It's like, well, dang, I only make so much a week. Like, oh, well, still. And it's like, okay, then you forget. It's like, okay, well, you got electric and gas sometimes or whatever, you know, and you got a lot of amenities where, you know, it makes you frustrated. Well, let's just say, still in all, you still don't have a job, and you're looking for a job so you can go through all of those problems just to have a few dollars in your pocket. Then if you don't get a job, and it's like, okay, now I need to feed my family. I need to make some money real quick like that. Let me go work for my friend. You know, he got a legitimate business. He hauls, you know, garbage and stuff. He clean houses out, you know, everything like that. Maybe I can make a few dollars for him. No, so it's like, whereas I probably was making like $80 and this and that, I probably get 20 or 30 here. You know, like, dang, now I got enough money to probably get something to eat, but do I got enough money to try to do the same thing over again tomorrow? And because who's to say I will be working with him tomorrow? Who's to say he want me to work with him tomorrow? You know what I'm saying? It's like when people have control over you, it's hard to do stuff. And not so much that I go and, you know, I'm looking for a job, then somebody offer me some money, like, hey man, you know, I give you $300 if you take this envelope around the corner, you know. Come on, you be in positions. It's not that, you know, and it's a stigma that black people are just gangsters and just criminals and it was just whatever. Okay, if before I go, I just got a question, then I got the answer. If we are all this stuff, where did we learn it from? Who are our teachers for so many years and everything? And we watched and told us that we got to do it like this. We got to do it like that. You better do it like this, you know. And beat us and torture us and made us reconstruct ourselves. So it's like we're emulating the people that actually, you know, claim that they took care of us or whatever. Now you don't want to claim responsibility for your actions. It's more like if Dr. Frankenstein had a whole army of Frankensteins or whatever, being what happened in the movie, would I be smart? You know, so that's what I'm saying. Happy June 19th, you know, power to the people. People have the power. Latherial, Phillips, Ferguson, USA, HotTalkRadio.com. Please follow me Fridays, 8 a.m. on, you know, Instagram. You can catch me on YouTube, Facebook, we're on Zoom, or what's the other one?
Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube.
Twitch. Get me on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube. Catch me. I'm also streaming on Instagram. Also, and like my memes and my jokes and my videos and everything. You know, give me some love. But again, you know, this is one of those conversations. It's kind of like, how long you gonna keep talking about it? You know, how long you gonna keep saying this and that? I mean, it's like every day is a CNN event. It's a MSNBC event. It's a Fox event. It's a media event. It's whereas in my life is getting capitalization to the point it's making consumers profit. And it ain't just to me, it's everybody else, just any color, you know. Don't be a sheep to the system, you know. Wake up, open your eye, you know. So, while everybody's preparing for a race war, it's not no race war is going to happen. It's going to be man against the machine. And the ones that's racist or whatever, those are the ones we have to get rid of. Because it's everybody's time to unite. It's like the system is Thanos, which is right now we're Avengers. So, hey, it's time to unite because it's bigger than race. Racism is what's driving it. You know what I'm saying? That's the engine that's driving it. But you ought to see the body behind it. You know what I'm saying? So we need to destroy everything. We need to destroy racism so the body can fall. So, again, I might have some jokes next week depending on what happens today and until then. But June 19th, everybody, you know what I'm saying, go out, buy black, you know, support each other. I mean, it's not a lot of black business out there. It's a lot, but it's not a lot. So, you know, let's just say go to farmers markets, shop consumer. You know, don't do commercial. You know, shop, you know, mom and pop, buy local.
Small business.
Small businesses like us. Support us. Thank you again. Good night. Good morning. I'm about to say good night. I'm thinking it's nighttime. I just got off of work. But I'm about to leave. Ferguson, USA, Hot Talk Radio, Petty Roast Show, Latherial Phillips. Thank you for tuning in. God bless. Be safe. And peace.